Hi everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we are making number 14 Granny Square. This one is so much fun to make. It's a 3D flower. So you can see here the petals all move and they're all up and fancy. So this one, it was a lot of fun to make. We're learning how to work in the front loops, and then we're learning how to work in the back loops and increasing, doing double crochets, treble crochets, all that fun stuff today in this project. And in this square, we're using just scrap yarn. I didn't change every round of color because this is a daisy flower. You can change colors up. You can make your flower different. You can make a bunch of these squares, make different colored flowers, have a color combination. But I'm using all scrap yarn, all red heart yarn. I'm just using patty green, yellow, and white. And you can use as many colors as you want. We're doing 5 rounds of this project. You can make this bigger or smaller. I show you how to do that in the video tutorial. Also, for these projects, for the 365 days of Granny Squares, we are using an H size hook for every Granny Square of this project. That is 5 millimeters, so make sure you have that handy, as well as a scissors and a yarn needle to cut our yarn and sew in our ends. Make sure you have all those supplies. Before we get started, I do want to mention check out the links in the description of this video. I'll have a link to the blog where you can find out where to get these Granny Squares, all 365. The links will all be there. Just click the photo of the Granny Square and it'll take you to the video to learn how to make this. Also, check out the link to my Facebook. Please join me there, and if you make this square or any of my crochet projects, be sure to share a photo and get inspiration from other crocheters as well. Everybody's been posting their fabulous crochet work. Everybody's so talented, and our community is growing so fast. I love it. Also, check out my Instagram. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, and if you post a photo on Instagram, be sure to hashtag YARNutopia. And for this particular project, be sure to hashtag 365 days of Granny Squares so that we have all of our Granny Squares in one spot and I can go see all of your creative work and your color schemes and just be in awe of your creativity. Also, follow me on Snapchat. I'll put my username in the link or in the description of this video so you can add me there and see behind the scenes clips of what I do on my free time. And also subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Just click that red button and it'll subscribe to my channel so you can get updates on when I post new videos. You'll get that new notification, and you'll get a notification every single day because these 365 Granny Squares will go out one every single day. And lastly, before we get started, I do want to thank our videographer and editor of this video, my dad, Fuad Azmat, for taking the time out to make these videos with us. He worked so hard, so thank you so much. Without further ado, let's get started in making number 14 Granny Square. Alright, to start out, we have to make a slip knot, so put your short end over the long end, fold that down, and then pull that through, and pull tight. Insert your hook, and we're ready to go. So to start off, we have to chain 4. So yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in the 4th chain from the hook, we are going to put 11 double crochets. So the loop that's on your hook never counts as anything. So count 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right in this first one here, we are going to yarn over, go into that chain, that very first chain there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. That's a double crochet. So we're going to put 10 more in there because we just did 1, so we had to put 11 in there. So 10 more, yarn over, go back into that same chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Again, yarn over, go back into that same chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Again, yarn over, go back into that chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then you want to count back, and this chain up 3 here, this 1, 2, 3, this is going to count as our first stitch. So in total, including this chain up 3, you should have 12 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And insert your hook in the top of that chain up 3. Just insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through for a slip stitch, just like that. At this point, you do want to fasten off. We are going to change color to our petal color. So yarn over, pull through. To fasten off, I usually just chain up 1, cut my yarn, and pull that all the way through, and then pull tight. And now on round 2, we're not going to insert our hook into the stitch. We are going to work in the front loops only, okay? In the front loops, if you see here, we work through both loops. This is both loops. And then this is the back loop, and then this is the front loop right here. So we're gonna work in the front loops only on round 2, okay? Right here. So we're just gonna go up through between those two, just like that. Okay, so not going through both of them and not going through the back loop. We're only going to work through the front loops. And I'll show you how to do that. Grab your yarn. I'm using white for my petals. You can use any color you want for your petals. So then insert your hook into any stitch around in the front loop only. So just like that. Okay, so you can still see in the back here that there's that part of the loop there. Okay, so we're inserting it just in the front loop. Connect our yarn by just hooking it onto our hook, just like that. Pull through. Okay, and now we want to, let's see here, change to white. Okay, chain 4. So yarn over, pull through. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in the second chain from the hook, we are going to put a single crochet. So the loop that's on your hook never counts as anything. So count 1 and 2 right here. We're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. That's a single crochet. And then we're going to put a half double crochet into, let's see, single crochet and second chain from hook, 2 half double crochets across. So in these last 2 chains here, we're going to put a half double crochet. So yarn over, go into this next chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. That's a half double crochet, so do another one in the next chain. So yarn over, go into this next chain here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Now we want to go in the front loop of this next stitch here. Okay, so just go up into that front loop only, yarn over, pull through, and pull through for a slip stitch. Okay, so we just made our first petal. So now going on to petal number 2, we are just going to repeat that. So chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. In the second chain from the hook, we are going to single crochet. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Then we're going to half double crochet in these last 2 chains here. So yarn over, go into here, into this chain, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Do a half double crochet in the next chain there. And then we're going to slip stitch to the front loop on round 1. So go to this stitch here, just through the front loop only, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. So there's petal number 2. Okay, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And remember, in the second chain, so the loop that's on your hook doesn't count, so count 1 and 2. Right in the second chain here, we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Then half double crochet in these last 2 chains here. So yarn over, go into this next chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, yarn over, go into the next chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, then slip stitch to the front loop on round 1 for the next stitch right here. Okay, yarn over, pull through, and through. So there's our 3rd petal. So you can see here on the back here there are stitches because we are working in the front loop, so these back loops are free. For round 3, we're going to be working in these back loops here to make our square. So now going on to the next petal, we're just repeating this around. So chain 4, single crochet in the 2nd chain from the hook, half double crochet in the next chain, and half double crochet in the next chain, and then slip stitch to the next stitch, front loop only, on round 1. Yarn over, pull through, and through. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and just repeat single crochet, half double crochet, half double crochet, and slip stitch in the front loop of the next stitch. Okay, so just repeat that all the way around. Remember to just slip stitch in the front loops of the next stitch when you're slip stitching to the round 1 stitches, and then I'll just make all my petals and I'll meet you up when we fasten off, and I'll show you how to go on to round 3. Alright, so I just finished my last petal here, and you want to slip stitch to the beginning petal. You can either slip stitch to the beginning petal or the beginning stitch that we attach to. So right in here, underneath this first stitch, the front loop, yarn over, pull through, and through for the slip stitch. Now we want to fasten off this color, so yarn over, pull through to chain up 1, cut our yarn, pull that all the way through, pull tight, and there you have your little flower. Now you could use this flower as just an applique and sew in all your ends and use this flower on a hat or a headband or something, you know, anything, a scarf or whatever. So that's a cute flower just by itself. But we are going to work in these back loops now. See these back loops here? We are going to be working in those. So you can attach to any of these back loops just like this. Insert your hook. You can fold these petals down so they are out of your way. Attach your new color, which I'm going to use green. It's almost like the stem of the flower. So attach by hooking it on your hook and pulling through. And now to work round 3, we are going to chain up 3, which counts as our first stitch. So yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to put a double crochet in that same stitch. Okay, so yarn over, go back into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And then we are going to work in each of the stitches. We're going to put 2 double crochets. So hop over to this next one and you'll see that there's the back loop right there. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, so we just put 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Hop over to this next stitch. You'll see the back loop is just popping out right there. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay. So you can see here, this is a back loop, this is a back loop, this is a back loop. You can see the back loops right here. There's a back loop, there's a back loop, there's a back loop. So we're working in these back loops right here. Okay, these ones that are kind of popping up right here. So it may be a little difficult to see them, but at the end of this round you should have 24 double crochets because we're putting 2 double crochets into each back loop here. So again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And we're putting 2 double crochets into each stitch around. So yarn over, go into the next back loop there, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. There's only 1 in there, so yarn over, go back into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Next stitch, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, so just put 2 double crochets into each stitch around in those back loops only, which are the only part of the stitch that's available now because these petals are in the front loops, so we can work this backing on, or these stitches on the back loops. So just do that all the way around, and I'll meet you up and we'll go on to round 4 together. Alright, so you should have 24 double crochets around, like this. It should look like in the back here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24. And then we want to slip stitch to the chain up 3 of this round. 1, 2, 3, right at the top there. So just insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through and pull tight. And now we can go on to round number 4. So round 4 we have to chain up 4, which is going to count as our first stitch. It's going to count as a treble crochet. So yarn over, pull through 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in that same stitch that we just slip stitched to and chained up in, that chain up 3 right here, we are going to put 2 double crochets in that same stitch. So yarn over, go into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and again, yarn over, go back into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So it looks like there's a treble crochet and 2 double crochets all in that same stitch. Then we're going to chain 1, we're going to skip this next stitch, and then we're going to put 3 double crochets into the next stitch. So yarn over, go into this next stitch right here, put 3 double crochets. So double crochet is yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, and we want to put 3 in total in that same stitch right there. Then we want to chain 1, skip a stitch, go into the next stitch for a 2 double crochets and a treble crochet. So yarn over, go into this next stitch here, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, then yarn over, go back into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now we want to put a treble crochet in that same stitch too. So yarn over twice, go back into that stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 more loops. Okay, then we want to chain 3. So yarn over, pull through 1, 2, 3. We want to skip the next stitch, and we want to put a treble crochet and 2 double crochets in this next stitch here. So yarn over, go into this next stitch. So we skip the next stitch, go into the next stitch right there. We have to make a treble crochet, so yarn over twice, go into that stitch. I'm just making sure I skipped a stitch there, yep. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then make 2 double crochets in that same stitch there. So yarn over once, go in there, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Again, yarn over once, go in, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Then we want to skip or chain 1 and then skip a stitch, and then put 3 double crochets into the next stitch. So yarn over, skip this stitch, go into the next stitch right there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So just make sure you put 3 double crochets in there. Okay, then chain 1, skip a stitch. In this next stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochets and a treble crochet in here. So yarn over once, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over once, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now yarn over twice, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip the next stitch, go into the next stitch for a treble crochet and 2 double crochets. So yarn over twice, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Then just yarn over once, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over once, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Chain 1, skip a stitch. Then we're going to go in this next stitch for 3 double crochets. So yarn over, 3 double crochets in the next stitch here. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, skip a stitch. We're going to make our corner here, so 2 double crochets and a treble crochet. So make sure treble crochet, you yarn over twice. Okay, then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip a stitch, go into the next stitch for a treble, so yarn twice, and 2 double crochets. Okay, so just yarn over once, and then yarn over once. Okay, so there's our other corner. Chain 1, skip a stitch, go into the next stitch here for 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, skip a stitch, go into this next stitch here for 2 double crochets and then a treble crochet. Alright, then we want to, let's see here, skip a stitch, chain 3, yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, 3, then slip stitch to this chain up 4 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right at the top here, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Okay, so there you have it so far, what our granny square looks like. We still have to do a few more rounds to make this a little bit bigger. So on the next round, we want to, let's see here, let me read some directions, and we will go on to round, what's that, 5. Alright, so we're at this corner here, we just slip stitch, so now chain up 4, so yarn over 1, 2, 3, and 4, and what this actually counts as is our first double crochet and a chain 1. Okay, so this chain up 3 counts as our double crochet, and then this counts as our chain 1. We're going to hop over to this first chain 1 space and put 3 double crochets in there. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. That's our double crochet, so we have to put 3 in there. 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 1. And then we're going to jump over to this space right here, this chain 1 space, and we're going to put 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 1, Now we're in the corner here, we're going to put 3 double crochets, chain, what is it, chain 3, and then 3 double crochets. Okay, so we put 3 double crochets, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then go back into that same corner space for 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, hop to the next chain 1 space, and put 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, 3, then chain 1, hop over to the next chain 1 space for 3 double crochets. Then chain 1, hop over to the next corner, and we're going to put 3 double crochets, chain 3, and 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 3, and 3 double crochets. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. Then chain 1, and then hop over to the next chain 1 space. You know what to do now. Just put 3 double crochets in there. Then chain 1, hop over to the next space for 3 double crochets. Then hop over, or chain 1, then hop over to the corner and put 3 double crochets, chain 3, and 3 double crochets in the corner. So just repeat that all the way around. I'll meet you up at the end of this round to fasten off, I guess. Okay, so now I'm back at the beginning corner here, so I want to show you how to finish off. So I just chained up 1, put your 3 double crochets in this corner, 1, 2, and 3, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then only put 2 double crochets back in here because this chain up 3 at the beginning here counts as our first stitch. So just put 2 double crochets and then slip stitch, so count 1, 2, 3 at the top of this chain up 3 here. Right there, we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Pull tight to fasten off. Well, if you wanted to continue, what you could do is then slip stitch into this chain 1 space and then chain up 3 and just kind of repeat round 5 by putting 2 more double crochet in here, chain 1, then 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, do your corner here, go all the way around, and then make your last corner here, chain 1, and then slip stitch to the chain up 3 in the beginning if you wanted to do another round of this. But you don't have to. I'm going to fasten off at this point, so chain up 1, cut your yarn, pull that all the way through and pull tight. Now I'm just going to weave in my ends, and to do that we just want to take an end here, so put yarn our needle here, go underneath some of the stitches toward the back, and then just weave it around in the corresponding color. So yellow and yellow, white and white, green and green. You get the point. So just weave in your ends, and then I'll meet you up when we are all done. Alright, there you have it. I just sewed in all of my ends. It's all nice and clean, so make sure you sew in your ends. It's really nice to sew in your ends with this project we're doing with the 365 granny squares. Sewing in your ends right away just cleans it up and makes it much easier in the end when we sew these all together. So that's nice. This would actually be really cool on a blanket all by itself. If you made a bunch of just this one square and made a blanket, that would be so beautiful. This flower is so awesome. It was like a 3D flower. You could even like pull these up, make like a little lotus style, change the color of your petals. You could do all kinds of things with this square. So thank you so much for watching. This is number 14 of our 365 days of granny squares. Make sure to check out those links in the description of this video. I'll have the link to the blog where you can get all 365 days of granny squares. If you click the photo on the blog, it'll take you to the video where you can learn how to make these squares. Also join me on Facebook so you can, like my page there, share your photos there. I'm absolutely loving all the creativity and seeing all your photos. And I love that you're keeping up with this project. We're only on day 14. We've got so many days left, but I hope that you can all keep up and make all 365, or a good portion of them at least. Also, check out the link to my Instagram. I'm loving seeing your hashtag 365 days of granny squares. Make sure you hashtag when you post on Instagram. Hashtag YARNutopia as well, so that I can see all your work. I'm going through and liking all your photos and liking all your color combinations. It's so fabulous. And also follow me on Snapchat so you can see behind the scenes clips of what I do on my free time when I'm crocheting or when I'm not crocheting. I just put like random stuff in the life of Nadia stuff over there. And subscribe to my channel here on YouTube so you'll get a notification when I post a new video. Check out all those links. Like I said, all the information you need is in the description of this video. But thank you so much for watching. Happy hooking!